Hello, and everybody. Welcome to Stay Woke or Not. We are here today with Alec Raebel, founder of Four Ministries church organization. And why don't you feel free to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. What's going on, guys? My name is Alec Raebel. Originally from Wisconsin. I am the founder of Hope for Today's Tomorrow's Ministries. That has kind of been happening for a while, though. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing some voice acting on the side, mainly podcasting, writing a couple books, and yeah, I'm excited to be on this podcast. I was reached out 4 months ago to be on this podcast, and my friend Matthew
4 months ago.
4 months ago, guys.
4 months ago.
And my dumbass decides, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna get on Clubhouse. Oh, my friend Matthew's on, and then she's like, I know this motherfucker. This guy. I reached out to him, and so we made this happen.
Yeah, no, that was like the farthest reach I've ever reached. So long story short, I reached out to him via LinkedIn, and he left my message on read. I don't know how many of you guys that happened to you. You left me on read, my boy. You left me on read. Okay, and then he never reached out. Nothing. You're pulling the douche move. He's pulling the douche move. Oh yeah, Jimmy. Guess what he just did? He pulled the douche move.
now I feel like a true ass.
Well, that's why you're here. So we are on Woke Wellness Wednesday. This is our third Wednesday this year. So 2022 is way better than last year. Okay. By a long yard.
It's a little early to be talking. It's a little early to be talking about how good 2022 is.
Why is it early?
Because we're barely halfway through the first month. I say keep your hopes high and your expectations low. That's what I say.
Well, that's where everybody's at. Everybody's at this, like, you can't be any worse train.
No, that's very true.
No, you could not do anything worse to me. Like, I got in a car accident. I got pregnant. I hydroplaned into a fire hydrant. I went into the hospital twice. Like, I am here to talk about how it is a journey. And that is why you are on Woke Wellness Wednesday. Just to give you a little bit more background as to what that even means. We're here to talk about neurodivergence, mental illness, or anything within a spectrum that you would be considered XYZ. So no labels here. We don't believe in it. Yeah, and then we actually have a special guest in the background from Clubhouse as well. Does he want to come up?
Oh my god.
Yep, there he is.
Hello.
There.
Is it working? You guys froze for a second.
Woo!
You know what? Nobody has to be here for that because that shit was golden, man.
That shit was amazing. Golden. That was great.
Oh, that was genius, dude. Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So Jimmy Jam, welcome to Woke Wellness Wednesday. Did you even know that this was a thing?
I didn't. I am learning as we go.
Welcome to my world, man. Welcome to my world.
Yeah. So this is StreamYard. This is something that I was doing once upon a life, so we can scooch each other around. My logo is in the right-hand corner in case you forget where the fuck you are. Hopefully you don't. And then we can go in here and I can share screens. So we're actually going to just share some schmusic. You know what I mean? And then we can go here. So here we are. I don't know if you guys know Amar Opalo, but I want to hope that he's neurodivergent.
You're not going to play one of your tracks?
Know who? Oh, yeah, I could do that too. Okay.
I want to hear one of your tracks.
All right. Are you guys ready for this? I'm actually in the middle of making a music video for this. Here we go.
Chasing time, days go by. I wonder where you went. Losing light early nights, 'cause summer's gone again. Somewhere I heard there was some place to go. Can you die and live like way down?
This is a groove.
Feel the fear when it comes, don't be afraid when you're numb. Got you on the run. Under the spell, get out of your hell. You know you are someone. As we live on, it is a little bit more. As days go by, look in the sky.
In my head, it's make believe, not like in my lucid dreams. Life's not quite the way it seems, not like in my lucid dreams. In my head, it's make believe, not like in my lucid dreams. Life's not quite the way it seems, not like in my lucid dreams. We live our lives, wandering the earth.
Begin with me, believe in you, in search of the light.
Feel the fear when it comes, and be afraid when you know. Got you on the run, under a spell, and get out of your hell. You know you are someone. As we live, we lose a little bit more. Days go by, looking the sky. In my head, it's make believe, not like in my lucid dreams. That's not quite the way it seems, not like in my lucid dreams. In my head, it's make believe, not like in my lucid dreams. That's not quite the way it seems, not like in my lucid dreams. Sometimes sunshine is made of night, broken promise in disguise. Sometimes sunshine is made of night, a broken promise in disguise. Sometimes sunshine is made of night, a broken promise in disguise. It's almost like this space to search. People vanish in the dark. In my head, it's make believe, not like in my lucid dreams. I'm not quite the way it seems, not like in my dreams. Yeah, it's make believe, not like in my lucid dreams. Lucid dreams, not like in my lucid dreams. Dude, thank you.
Ooh,
You like it?
I
You guys
love
like
that.
it?
I like
Yeah.
that.
Dude, thank you. I'm making a music video right now. It's rendering, and then by Friday, I need this bitch in the internet. So Friday, we are dropping a download on Who is Dahlia. My other Instagram got hacked. Fuck the Instagram. So we're gonna go to the other Instagram. Yeah, that's right, Instagram. Fuck you. I can say that on my show. Fuck you, Instagram.
Woo.
But you should
Watch
still
me-
find me on Instagram.
Watch Instagram kick me off just for wooing that.
Wow, whatever, dude. I hope they find me. Please, please fuck with me more. I love that. Ah! So,
Yeah.
Jimmy, what is your opinion on the term neurodivergent? We are actually just going to stop sharing the screen, get a little bit more serious, and bring up the topic of neurodivergence. Do you know what it means? Do you have any idea what I'm even talking about? Or is it something you have no idea?
I've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems kind of all inclusive because, no two people are neuro-identical, but, at the same time, there's particular divergence that I guess it helps to understand your own patterns and how you can understand your own patterns better from learning from other people. So it seems not the most useful term, but at the same time, it is useful in that it, gives people the permission to be different in the way that they are different.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just a brand new thing that celebrities are kind of slapping on themselves and then being okay with admitting who they were or are. That's what I notice. but like in the realms of being a variety talk show and kind of the platform I've created for myself as a content creator, I want to be able to talk about, you know, multiple sclerosis to bipolar to schizophrenia to PTSD. So that's kind of my all-encompassing term for neurodivergence. On the topic of neurodivergence, who do we have here? Who do we have here? Who do we have here?
Hello.
There we go.
So,
There he is.
real quick, everybody, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, Michael, if you could. Bring it on, Donkey Kong.
Hey. Hello, everyone. My name's Michael. I unfortunately don't have any pronouns because I'm a basic bitch, but I have done a lot of acting in my life. I'm a singer, vocalist, composer, and I just had to hop on to this live session because I love this whole neurodiversity and mental health awareness. I think it's very important, and it's something we need to discuss and talk about, especially with the metaverse that's going on. Are you all there? Oh my God.
Can you hear me, honey?
Yes.
Okay, so for you, I'm just going to give it back to you.
Oh my gosh. No, we should have we should interact. We should totally do like what we were doing.
And
There
we're
we
back.
go.
Okay.
Hey.
For the colloquial they and us, this is a live stream platform. Be sure to like and subscribe, share with everybody, because we're going to take a deep dive into what is neurodivergence on a Woke Wellness Wednesday. Okay, Jimmy Jam is gone. His square is missing. I don't know what happened.
Missing.
So it's down to the three of us. Oh, Jimmy Jam is back.
Then
Okay,
there
we're
were
back.
three. There we go. There we go.
We could become the Ninja Turtles right now. Which one am I?
You look
The
like
green
you have red,
one?
so you'd be Raphael.
No, dude, I'm Michelangelo every day. I'm all like, who took out the trash? What do you mean stains got left behind? What? I can't clean and not knock something over? No. Okay, I'm Michelangelo. Michael, who are you?
I am Michelangelo's lover.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
That
see
is
why
a
I got him on the
controversial
show,
discussion
right?
that we will
Yeah.
not get into. Because yes, Michelangelo was known to have his little affairs, rendezvous, and many of as you all know, like I think the church just ran predominantly the entirety of just creative culture in Europe, and all of his artworks were marketed in a way that people could basically never know that he was having these lovers, these men that he was so
Oh.
attracted to. So, dun dun dun.
Okay,
I'm
so
learning new
you
things.
No, we went from Ninja Turtles to the real
And Michelangelo is the painter, yes?
This has nothing to do with neurodivergence, but I was just
But Michelangelo
excited.
Can we just clarify that Michelangelo is a painter?
No,
Yes.
Yes.
okay, yes.
I mean-
you can be Michelangelo's lover, but we need to know which Ninja Turtle are you, because there's 4 of us.
I'm the
Yeah.
smaller one because no one ever pays
No.
attention to the sluggish.
Fine, I'm Raphael. Okay, Alex, who are you?
See, I was gonna be Raphael.
Fine, you're Raphael. I'm Leonardo. Okay, next.
There you go.
Jimmy, what are you?
Donatello, he's the MVP. He does all the tech.
All right, we got our squad. All right, now that you guys have been squatted up. We did have a Tech Tuesday where we showed off an NFT collection. So what if we end up into NFTs on the show? It's really fucking possible. Okay. Like, it's very much possible. So if you guys want to be coming back to a Woke Wellness Wednesday, this is the place to be. So on the term of neurodivergence and kind of pivoting us back to why we're here is Alec and your story. Would you be open to telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So I fit under like a
Oh God.
I fit under the scale known as MS or multiple sclerosis, which is definitely an umbrella. You can fit under many different things under the term MS. For me, I have a very specific form of MS called monosclerosis. Multiple refers to it affecting multiple parts of your body, which in my case, it only affected my vision. So for those of you who don't know, MS affects your nervous system. And to kind of give you a visual, your nerve is kind of like a charging cord. And in the way that your nerve is protected by a layer of fat called myelin, and the layer of fat makes the signal from your brain to your spine to your body to your spine to your brain faster. And what MS does is it reprograms your own immune system to basically eat away at that layer of fat. And once the nerve is exposed completely, that nerve ceases to work. So for me, it did that to my optic nerve. And for me, all I can see, I have no vision there in the right eye. I have no peripheral vision, and I have nothing in the bottom half. So that is literally all I see. And for me, I don't know. I like to think that I can fit back into like a normal lifestyle, but it's honestly difficult. And which is why I was so like overwhelmed that Dahlia would have me on here, especially when we talk about being neurodivergent, which is again this open term which allows people to feel like they belong somewhere. And especially with somebody who has a degenerative disease, it feels nice to belong. So that's kind of my story and kind of in a nutshell.
No, I appreciate you being open and telling us more about the in-depthness of what has happened to you and how you're able to be even on the show is really, really awesome that we can be open about what we're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Michael?
I really like how, Alec, you mentioned that neurodiversity is kind of this overarching umbrella that allows everyone to kind of feel like they belong. Because here's another thing we need to point out. Neurodiversity is having to do with the mental state of someone's sort of being. But here you are talking about how your blindness sort of has allowed you to fit into that category. So I think it's very interesting to point that out, because it sounds like it's not, but it is for you.
Yeah.
So I really want to get your take on that.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate that perspective. It is definitely interesting. MS does not. MS is such an interesting thing because like nobody that I'm related to by blood has MS. So it's not like a genetic thing where I can learn from somebody else in my family. It's definitely a journey I've had to kind of struggle with and learn on my own. But kind of like being neurodivergent, I've learned a lot of lessons by struggling through this. I've learned how to look at life in a way that makes life actually precious to me. I got the news literally like last year that if I was unvaccinated because of since I have an autoimmune disease, it was very risky, I think is the right word, for me to get vaccinated because we didn't know what the side effects were going to be or what the repercussions were going to be. And I got the news that if I got Delta, I could potentially lose the rest of my vision, and that would be it. So what I did is I went home and I asked myself a question that I never really thought I'd have to face, which was, if I go blind right now, what would I miss looking at, or what would I miss seeing? And my first immediate answer was sunrises. Call me a sucker, but that's the first thing I thought of, was looking and watching sunrises. And every day since then, I've woken up early enough to watch the sunrise. And what that really does, I know it's such a small thing, but it really helps you to look at life differently. And being neurodivergent, we all have to like find different ways to cope with certain issues, which can kind of make the simplicity of life that much more precious.
Wow, I really like that. That was really deep.
It just sounds, oh my gosh, it sounds so, I mean, to be very just like direct, it sounds like one of those movies that, you know, doesn't really sound like it has this happy ending, but here you are, and it seems like you've had this happy ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I whenever I talk about this on podcasts or even regular just people on the street, not that people come up to me and ask, but when I just talk to people, I always warn them that when I give lessons that I've learned, it's going to be filled with vision puns, and losing vision helps me to see life differently. It helps me to look at life in a different perspective and in a way that not many people should have to look at it, but more people should be looking at it that way. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of the way I've had to live and cope with it.
Right, like how, like not in literal terms, how do you see life differently, but your perspective, how do you choose to see your perspective now in terms of the overall trajectory of your life that you have left ahead of you? And you've chosen to, I mean, it's something that sounds like it's almost forced you to see things differently and kind of have a different mindset and maybe goals than everyone else.
I remember at 15 I lost the bottom half of my right eye sitting outside my eye doctor here in Wisconsin. I had to face a reality that not a lot of 15-year-olds have to face, and that is I'm dealing with loss that is beyond real, and at a point of reality that I didn't think I'd have to like face ever. But what I had to realize was, when it comes to dealing with loss, or when it has to do with dealing with hard times in general, you can't focus on what you lose. You have to focus on what you still have. And that's just a lesson that's just helped me through life, just in general, through all my losses when it comes to vision.
What is, I have something for you. What is, like, this could really be for anybody, really, but like, what is your favorite memory that you hold on to when you're really in a dark place?
Not really a memory, but but music has helped me through depression, anxiety so many times.
And we're surrounded, like, this show is surrounded with creative music and talented people. You know, totally. Michael's going to perform for us later. Maybe Jimmy Jam is going to rap.
I'd be down.
Jimmy Jam, I'm going to bring you back up. He was muted, but I want to see. Are you up? You're muted.
You're muted, Jim.
Oh,
Jimmy.
That was my accident. For the record, I'm not a rapper.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
just setting expectations.
Not a rapper. I cannot rap.
He just wants to disclose that for anyone else.
He just wants to make sure we know.
Terrible.
I like to throw people curveballs. So tonight you're going to be rapping. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. All right. There you go.
It's going to be so bad.
For a variety show. I just want to lighten up the mood a little bit because
for sure.
You know, let's enjoy the night. Listen, neurodiversity is a positive outlook. It doesn't have to be negative.
No, my gosh, no.
And I think
If I
society,
listened to the doctors when they prescribed me, hold on. If I listened to the doctors when they told me I was schizophrenic and took the meds that I was supposed to take, I would be a living fucking robot. They had me on Risperdal, Depakote, anything else. If you take my medication and you're not bipolar, you will be knocked the fuck out on the floor.
Wow.
So if I listened to the doctor when they said you're schizophrenic, I would be drawing on papers, doodling like my brother, you know, like coming up. And I did in the hospital. I drew like a gateway, and I think I'm in touch with the Mayans. And then they tell me what to do whenever I lose my shit. Like, I am that person that loses their shit. And there's people in my life right now that are not talking to me because I lost my shit. You know what I mean? So kind of taking, you know, your neurodivergence and having to accept this blindness and having to accept the part of your body that is kind of shutting down, yet you're able to be so positive, and even to be here in a weird way is to be positive, because we're looking at different outlooks. Like that is such a very not so same but different thing, because now I met you from LinkedIn to Clubhouse, but now we're realizing we're very similar in just the fact that we're multitasking on a bunch of different projects versus not doing anything at all and accepting the label we were given. So I had to microdose off the medication. I had to microdose off of a ton of medication. And it is a very shitty process, you know? So I kind of deal with the prescription kooky world, and then, you know, maybe yours is different. But if you guys want to have anything to add to that, let me know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I definitely have ADD tendencies. So for me, if I'm not working on multiple different things at once, my brain just like loses its shit and it goes every which way at the same time. And I don't know I don't know who to listen to. So for me,
Really?
always having something to do, always being busy. It sounds unhealthy, but for me, it's the only way for me to function.
That's kind of where I'm at too, because once I got in the car accident and I couldn't drive, all of a sudden I was like, all right, you need to do what you need to do, like right the fuck now.
Yeah.
And I don't have keys to a car that's gonna take me somewhere and crash on somebody's couch tonight. Like, that option is gone, you know? So it's just like, I think last year I distracted myself with being there for other people, and people have told me that. They're like, Dahlia, you're not there for you. You're not there for you. You're not there for you. And hey, Dahlia, you're still not there for you. And like, I guess on my 32nd birthday, you know, after my ex committed suicide and my other ex ran away from me, I was fucking depressed as fuck. I was done. Yeah. And then I just, on my 32nd birthday, I performed and people liked it. They gave me free stuff, and I was like, this is where my heart is, and this is what I have to do. And the pandemic for entertainers, and Michael can talk about it, but the pandemic for entertainers have really made us sit with ourselves and be deliberate on how to like go what used to be easy. I used to drive people to auditions. Like, I used to go to the audition room. Now we can't do that. Now you need a shot. Now you need this. Now you need another this and this. And it's just so many merry-go-rounds.
Yeah. I've been podcasting for 4 years now, and I didn't start podcasting until the pandemic hit. Like, if the pandemic didn't hit, I don't know if I would have started. And right now, like, I'm running five different podcasts, and I just love the entire process of making a podcast. Yeah. I love the idea that you can talk about anything.
Why don't we go in about you and your podcast right now?
Yeah. So I run 5 different podcasts, which sounds like a lot. It is, but again, multitasking. I run one podcast called Miles Apart, Brothers at Heart with my buddy Archer, where we talk about anything and everything under the sun, but from like guys from our age, from a 24-year-old perspective. I run one called Rockaholics with my my friend Ruby from Texas, and we talk about rock and we drink alcohol, and it's amazing. We're going to start interviewing bands soon. We're doing the history of bands, the history of rock and roll itself. I do another one called SOS, or Secrets on Secrets, with my buddy Scoutchum, who lives in Switzerland. And I run 2 on my own. One's called Asking the Right Questions, where I interview people who have found success in different parts of their lives. And I ask them, how do they find the success? What questions do they ask themselves every day to constantly be improving in that area? And the last one I run is called Stay Curious with Alec, which is all about staying curious, always asking questions. What other question can I ask about this? How can I go deeper? How can I go deeper? And it's where I do a deep dive on a topic or a subject for an entire episode. And it's not only about learning myself, but it's about teaching you something. And those are the podcasts that I do.
Okay. Yeah. No, that only 5. Nothing crazy. Only 5, huh?
Yeah, no, running 5 podcasts, writing a book, writing stories for voice acting, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy, Michael, you guys are all back on the stream now. Isn't this fun and entertaining? It's pretty delightful. We have everybody. We got everybody here. And you guys are all on Clubhouse, by the way. So this is like the biggest Clubhouse to live stream transition I've had yet. This is just
awesome.
the beginning.
On Clubhouse?
Wow.
This is
Jim,
just the beginning. This is just the beginning of.
Wait, I didn't know Jimmy Jam was on Clubhouse.
I know Jimmy Jim was on Clubhouse.
No,
It's a secret.
It's a secret. There you go.
This is my
It's only for
coming back
me,
out.
right?
I outed
I'm coming back out. I've been underground for a while.
Are you? I'm excited. He is a riot. He absolutely kept me on my toes last year, and we brainstormed every which way to make money. Every which way.
There you go.
Like every single one. Jimmy is the man on the show now, and I'm super happy that you're here. You made it, and you weren't even. This is what happens here. Weird people come in, and you're like, "What?"
Dahlia says,
How did
"Jump."
you
I
get
say,
here?
"How high?"
Yeah, and then the last time I talked,
Dahlia, I really love your vibe. You're giving me very like Mama Cusco vibes. Like you're gonna do like an aura reading on us. All you
Don't
need
make
is
me
an
pull out-
orb. All you need is a
Don't make
big
me-
orb.
Yeah, where's the crystal ball?
honey, don't make me pull out the bulb on you because they're gonna say bad things about you, okay? They're not gonna be very nice for the show. It's not gonna be very nice for the show. Mira, escúchame, cabrón. Ya tú sabes.
What was that?
She does this sometimes, Jimmy Jam. She does
It's like a
this.
squeaky wheeze. A squeaky wheeze.
Wow.
It's like the squeaky wheel on a grocery cart.
Ooh, I got high today.
no,
I'm
no,
drunk.
no.
I'm crossfaded. I hope everybody's the same. Normally, what we ask people here on the show is, this is a term that's coming out. Are you on Neurodelics? This is Neurodelics. You need to either be taking naturals or psychedelics.
Never
Please
heard of it.
elaborate for all of us who don't know.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Well,
please.
if Mick Familiar was here, I tried to say natural and psychedelics at the same time, and it came out Neurodelics, and hopefully it's a future product at Stay Woke or Not, so that before you get on the show, you have a little doop doop doop, and you're in a happy place. So that's
It's
that's
like
the idea.
superfoods.
I gotta place my order
know-
for this stuff.
It's like ashwagandha and like algae made a baby. Ashwad.
Did we all simultaneously look concerned about what you said?
Yes. Dahlia, can you do a show that's just you laughing?
May I go backstage now?
No.
Yeah, don't they have free food and booze behind stage? I want to go there.
Ooh, I don't. Ooh, how did it? Wait.
Dahlia, I need to be so much drunker for me to handle what's happening on
true.
the stream right now. I need to have so much more alcohol in my system to handle you right now.
Oh
bottoms up.
man, it's because you don't have any Neurodelics, you guys. The product is in process. Okay, this is the development stage. Is being awoken like a little baby. All right, and then the baby takes shape, and then it gets little legs and feet and a mind of its own, and then you just boop, you take one and you just lose it. All right, what's next? All right, we just talked about Alex Raebel, his only 5 podcasts, and also his Neurodivergence, which makes this man a fucking superhero. And
Me?
then, yeah.
Oh. What's my wait, hold up.
I did not give
What's-
you a compliment. I did not give you a compliment.
I am writing this down. I'm putting this in my calendar. What's my superhero name, Dahlia?
Oh shit.
Lady
Jimmy
girl.
Jam, help.
Lady girl. there you
Lady
go.
boy. Lady boy.
Well, I'm Lady Boy, so Alex can be Lady Girl.
Okay. This
All
is
right,
Lady Girl. This is Lady Boy. And this is Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Jam, I need help. What is Alec Raebel's superhero name?
Hollywood Love.
Would Holly love? That's the real question here.
He's
Who does Hallie even
Raphael.
love?
Yeah, how does Holly love?
Oh, yeah, you're Raphael.
He's Raphael.
We already talked about this.
All right, I need another one.
Uh-oh. Everybody, grab a beverage. It's about to get deep. Michael, I'm ready to hear original music now.
Oh, that's on Music Mondays.
No.
Ooh,
Give us
there's
a
a plug.
teaser. Give us a
Yeah.
teaser.
Michael, tease us.
Yeah, Michael, tease us. You have a live audience.
You're gonna confuse the audience because today is about neurodiversity.
Michael, if the
Okay.
audience is not already confused, you cannot make it worse.
That's true, but you know what? Let's make them even more confused. Let's watch Alec, who's our guest. sing
Where?
a song.
I see a guitar back there.
Okay, Alec, it's all about you. We're gonna
No,
let you
I
do
don't.
it.
I don't. Listen. Oh my God! Now they're making me do it. All right. I hope that was loud enough for everyone. Okay. I can't sing worth a damn, but I will play. You happy?
We're happy! Yay! He did it!
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Oh no, you did not. All right, you know what? I have an idea. Can you play and I'll sing? Let's see if this works. Go ahead.
Oh, this ought to be great.
It will. It will be amazing. Hold
But hang
on.
on. Hang on, Dahlia. I've been practicing this just for your show. So we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see if you know this one. Ready? Okay, here we go. Oh my god, I'm nervous.
Okay, let's go.
Hang on.
Nerves are good. We like nerves. That's how you know you're alive.
Why aren't you singing?
Old MacDonald had a
Well,
farm.
oh, that's a song. It's very folky.
You were so fast.
How does it go?
Okay.
Old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah.
No, okay,
They're
so
hippies, they're
let's-
doing it.
farmer had a bell.
Let's
E-I-E-I-O.
Dahlia.
I was
Let me. This will test if you and I vibe together, Dahlia. You ready for this?
Ooh. Is he serenading?
Ooh. Oh, now.
Am I singing now?
Oh, yeah.
Riding on my pony, all looking kind of dirty. You made me want to put off my shoes at the front door.
Here, play a little something. I'll try to improvise.
I'll give it a go.
All right, go.
Okay.
Well, they're all the same. It's only the name that change, and it's every day. They keep wasting away in another place where the faces are lost, and we'll travel all night just to get back home. 'Cause I'm a cowboy.
I wanna get back home.
And I want it dead or alive. Yes, I want it.
Yeah.
And I need it.
Dead or alive.
There we go.
Dude, we just melodic together.
We just melodic together.
We did.
Harmonized?
We just melodic it. Yeah, we melodic it. We melodic it all over everybody.
I don't know if I can handle
We
you right
melody.
Melody's nuts.
now. Oh no.
So,
It's okay, Jimmy. We got your joke.
thanks.
Dahlia, did you get his joke?
Dahlia's too
What was the
zooted.
joke?
Every time we cross that road.
Dahlia's on another plane of existence.
Yeah, Dahlia's currently on the plane of existence of the bottom of her chair. And she's still getting high.
I'm jealous.
Instead of cigarettes, maybe try the weed next time, okay?
I didn't want it on screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not that
I don't want
different.
everyone to know that I'm on natural drug.
You don't want everyone to know you're on that natural.
No, to see the nat you can't say it. All right, we're gonna make sure everybody can pronounce this before you go on about your lives, okay?
How do we know?
Everybody.
Where are the
Natural
comments?
delics.
I need to know who's commenting.
Yeah, who's saying what?
Where?
You can get this natural Del Dick.
Um.
Sorry.
Okay, Jimmy,
Is there
you're on
somebody? Jimmy's on a roll because you know what? He's on Neurodivergence. That's why he was brought in. No intro.
I just
Dahlia,
show
we
up.
gotta see where the viewers are. At least see the comments so that we can kind of see what they're.
I
They didn't say anything.
They did not say anything.
Oh, there's no like
They're
little
just
box.
eyeballing. They're here. They're eyeballing.
They're eyeballing us. Let's give them something to eyeball.
Wait, so people are just seeing us?
Yeah.
Where are they at?
Michael, where's your eyeball?
At least somebody's seeing us.
Where are they at?
Is somebody out there? Hello.
Hey, you know
I've
what,
lost all
audience?
control. And I'm
Audience?
losing more every minute. I'm in an oxygen tank. Michael, is that you? Can you save me?
Yes, Madam Cusco. I'll save you. Don't jump over that.
Quick, give me your
Log.
crystal ball.
Hold on, let me get it.
Why does it give off a ray of light? What is
Madam
happening right
Cusco,
now?
no,
candle.
don't. Don't jump off that long, steep edge.
I have to.
No!
I must.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Who will read us my fortune?
Do a backflip.
And just as Madame Cusco was about to jump off that ledge, she took one final shot, and that was the end of Madame Cusco.
That's the perfect ending.
No, but really, I just have to say this, okay? Because I think this is very important.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
I think, right,
Good for you.
that weed should be implemented for the doctor, sort of remedy thingy-majiggies.
Should be prescribable.
Yes, that's the right word.
We're here for
That's the
you.
word.
We're
It
here
needs
for
to
you.
be prescribed, so
You
that
need
we don't have
you
to
need
go to
medical
the...
marijuana. Is that what you're trying
Thank you,
to say?
so that our medical
Okay.
insurance could cover it, and we don't have to pay an arm and a leg for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wait,
they should
isn't that a
prescribe
thing?
OG Kush.
Let's just make Canada pay for it.
Here's the thing, though, Alec. We're not Canadian.
I know. That's why we have an advantage.
Expose your Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, expose your Cthulhu.
I
Nope.
haven't trimmed in a while.
Jimmy, do you not
Are you
manscape?
talking about cooties?
That was fucking genius. Oh my god, I'm gonna make that into a GIF somewhere. So I can expose your Cthulhu. I haven't trimmed in a while.
That's awesome.
The shit that be said on this show is the reason
Jimmy-
it is my
Guys,
show.
here's
Jimmy, this-
something, though. Here's
this
something we
one's
do
for
have
you.
to talk about. What do you guys think about neurodiverse actors being cast for movies and shows?
Well, I
about
think
it?
that neurodiversity is already an all-inclusive term, right? So why not be all-inclusive just in general?
No, but let's put it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a spectrum. So, do you think that do you think Hollywood is almost filtering out, and by Hollywood I mean producers and investors, do you think that they're filtering out the type of neurodiverse people that gets to play actor on TV, as opposed to, the ones that are socially acceptable or that fit that mold of
Yeah.
being normalized, if that makes
Well,
sense, as opposed to the ones that maybe would be on a different side of the spectrum. And
Got it.
yes,
Well,
that's what
let
I'm
me
talking about.
let me ask you. Let me pose this question to you, Michael. Well, first of all, let me ask, where on the neurodivergent scale do you fall, Michael?
I don't know.
I realized we didn't even ask you that question today.
Because I'm not
Yeah.
a guest.
So-
You're a co-host.
So one of the things that I would say is that neurodivergent actors would like hyper focus on their role so much. Think about, okay, first of all, think
Dustin
about,
Hoffman and Rain Man.
yeah. How about,
I know, but think about it. Like, those are people who are appearing to the eye, right?
Right.
As socially acceptable or able
But
to
isn't that the art of acting though? Like the art of
able to
acting
maneuver around a set, but like, think about it, right? The neurodiverse actors that come on screen, at least the ones that I've seen, are the ones that are able to speak for themselves and talk and being able
Yep.
to, what I
Yep.
mean? As opposed to, there are other types who can't even talk, and they maneuver through sign language or other method. And so what
I
I'm
was
saying
actually
is, what
Mhm.
what do you think about that?
Well, okay, how about this? Would you say that a blind person such as me, would you like exclude me from being in a movie?
Well, that's the point, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you would be
Right.
cast because you're able
You're
to
capable. You're capable.
Yes,
you're
you're
you're high
capable.
functioning. Yeah.
yeah, you're
Not high
functioning.
functioning.
I was gonna say
like,
that's assuming a lot.
You're able to you're able to, I guess, function in the eyes of the status quo, like, oh, he's
Sure.
not someone that's going to be hassling on a set, as opposed to, why don't you get someone who's actually blind and not able to actually see. And I have seen one show, right? There was a huge controversy for the lead actress. I'm like blanking out on the name, but there's this actress. She went to USC. She studied drama. She's from LA. She was cast in a show where she has to play a blind person. And she's not blind in real life. But supposedly, the guest stars and co-stars who were a part of that show were trying to be, representing authentically, so they were actually blind, apparently, certain people.
Yeah.
But the lead actress wasn't. So what do you think about someone like that, as opposed to maybe another person who actually is blind, and maybe they would have never known that this story could have easily spoken to them, and they could have done it more authentically, maybe?
So, excuse me.
Nice.
Oh.
So one of the things I would say is that if yeah, I know, right? Ugh.
Oh.
So I know.
Embrace it.
But anyway, I do. I'm just waiting for her to embrace it. So one of the things I would say is if somebody who is not blind can accurately play somebody who is blind, that's acting. Like, that's like talent right there. But I also think that somebody who is blind can play a person who is blind on a scale that actor or actress just can't hit. Because there's a sense of legitimacy behind the character they're playing. The same thing with somebody who's neurodivergent, right? So let's go back to Rain Man, right? I think he was on the spectrum of autism, and he had, I didn't do my research on that. I need to, but anyway, he played that very well. So one of the things that I would say is the fact that if an actress can hit it, they can hit it, but there is always going to be something that somebody who's actually in that position will be able to do that the actress or actor will never be able to do.
It makes sense.
I mean, I guess, does that answer your question, Michael? I mean, I guess that's kind of
it does, and you know what? It does go back to the fundamentals of what it means to be an actor, right? Being able to authentically portray a role, or come off authentically, and you're an actor. So if you can play a blind person, you can play a blind person, and you don't actually have to be blind. Same with, if you're playing now we're getting into something else, right? If you're gonna play an Asian or whatever, you can authentically whatever, right? But at the same time, we do come to this sort of questioning of, yes, you can do that authentically, but is it right? Because the person who could have played that could have probably done it even more so and spoken from their own truth and actually represent not the status quo, someone who isn't perfect, someone who isn't this conforming sort of idea of like, oh my God, that's a perfect actress I want to portray, or I want to idolize, or that's a perfect actor I want to be when I grow up. But it's like, not all of us look like that. Not all of us are that beautiful, or not all. So what I'm trying to say is this whole question really comes from an underlying basis of, can we still portray authentic, but use people who actually are within that, so that obviously, other blind people, if they look at that, they're not, they can't see the movie. So unfortunately, they're not going to be able to see someone that represents them on screen anyway.
Yeah. Right.
But people who are on that spectrum of blindness, some of them will say, oh my gosh, yeah, that person is me. Yeah, so, not completely blind, but I could totally see where that person's coming from.
So I'll give you kind of an example of, and feel free, Michael, to interrupt me if this is not what you're
I
looking
totally
for.
got like heated. I'm like, ah.
No, I appreciate it too, because that means you actually care. And feel free to interrupt me if I'm not answering your question correctly. So one of the things, I don't really have great depth perception. I'll tell you one thing that I struggle with the most as a blind person, and one of the things I am looking forward to the most, like literally the most out of everything, if I had the possibility of getting my vision back, the one thing I'm looking forward to is to be able to walk downstairs, like walk up or downstairs without having to stare at the stairs, because I don't have depth perception. So I don't really see, hey, immediately this is how far I have to step up or down. I have to like take my time with stairs. So one thing that like an actor or actress will never be able to like naturally portray is running into things or like missing a step. That's something that I don't care how good of an actor you are, you can't make that look natural, because there's always going to be that body's like natural reaction to that situation, because that's just instinct. So like, or just reflex. So one of the things I would say is the fact that that's something that a neurodivergent person or someone in a specific situation can do in that like scenario that actors just can't do. And again, I don't know if I'm really hitting kind of what you're trying to say, but that's the first thing that came to mind. Also, I understand that blind people can't watch movies. That's why I suggest Hollywood that you put subtitles in Braille.
Subtitles in what?
Braille.
What's that?
Braille? You don't know what Braille is?
You don't know what Braille is.
Please.
That was
educate me.
for one, that's a joke. When I watch movies with friends, I'm like, do you have subtitles in Braille for me, please? By the way, you all have permission to make blind jokes, because I'm gonna make a few like myself. So Braille is the language. You know how like when you go to bathrooms, like there's all those like dots and like bumps? That's Braille. So what a blind person would do is they would run their finger over it, and because they see that they understand the pattern of the dots or of the indents or of the marks, they understand what that word is. Even though they can't see the word physically, because they can feel the pattern, they understand what it means. That's Braille. And admittedly, I haven't really studied it.
Is it like Morse code?
Kind of, but it's like the actual physical form where you can actually feel it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy?
That's really cool.
Isn't it crazy what people think of?
It must have been a psychologist who did that. I actually had a psychology professor who got hired to sort of analyze an invention and for a client, right? For someone who's trying to create a product. And that person was like, we need a psychologist to come in and actually psychoanalyze what colors people would be drawn to if we sell this product. Yeah. So same thing with like when you brake, right? There's like a red, and red means stop. But then there's also like other layers of red above and below the main bulb. Yep. Yeah. So she was saying that they were asking her for her honest professional opinion about it, her idea, because they wanted to almost understand the human mind enough to be able to reach that level of personal, I guess, psyche.
The level. Yeah. So, I mean, like the darker the color of I shouldn't say the darker, but like a just below like an average red is like that's what makes people feel like the most intense or motivated, and blue makes people feel like calm, and yellow makes people feel at home, and green makes people feel like they're either in nature. There's a whole psychology behind that. I find it so interesting, but I also find it so interesting that your question too, because that I've never really thought about that, mainly because I've never cared. I'm like, okay, listen, there's a whole community out there of neurodivergence or people with certain disabilities like blindness or deafness or muteness or like unable, like immobility. Like there's a whole community out there for that. But yeah, what about the people trying to represent the community that represent it the wrong way?
See?
That's a great point. And shout out to you, Michael, because you've kind of opened my eyes to like a point of the movie industry that I've really never thought of or even paid attention to.
You know, it's interesting because I kind of go through this. I don't go through it personally. I mean, listen, part of me okay.
Just say it already. What the
No, okay. For example, right? Let's just be honest.
I love you so much, Dahlia.
No, let's just be honest here. Okay? And I'm not trying to get like political, but this is the whole topic. It's
I'm
like,
not trying to get political, but here we go.
But here we go.
I don't want to say some shit that is gonna be some shit, but after I say this shit, it's gonna be some shit, okay? So don't get mad when I say shit, because
It's just so
I go
funny.
through my day
No,
thinking
listen.
nothing shit.
It's just so funny
No.
how the same people who don't want gay actors to play straight are gay executives.
Right. Okay, but listen to this. But check out. But like seriously, check out.
Fire
check
starter,
out-
Michael. You are a fire starter.
I see what you did
I'm not
there,
saying not everyone,
Dahlia,
right?
and
Not
I appreciate
everyone.
the effort.
Not everyone, but I'm just speaking on an article, right? There was an article that was written. I don't know who published it, but it was published.
Who?
So
Who
these are not
published
my
it?
words. These are
Who?
not my
Who?
words.
I'd like to know
But
who.
Call them out.
someone did mention that they had a conversation with a producer from a show that was, being done, and this show, they were trying to cast authentically for the gay role, but apparently the same executives who I guess supposedly were gay, they would kind of say that they would not want a gay actor to portray a straight role when a straight actor could portray a gay role. And I think it comes down to marketability, right? It's like, if you can be sexually appealing to women, then you've won, and you can play your gay role and still be sexually appealing and sell tickets.
Ooh.
Because not only are you widespread among straight hetero female, but you're also now attractive to straight men because they know that you have this fan base that are women. So isn't that,
Ooh.
it's just like,
I do find that interesting, but if you look at, like, for example, The Big Bang Theory, right?
I love this conversation, by the way.
Yeah, me too. The Big Bang Theory.
We're entering some good sauce right now.
The guy,
Noted. At 1 hour and 4 minutes, we finally hit like the juice.
yes.
And it's like, I'm not
Yes.
speaking anything that isn't new. This is literally published.
I know. Oh, I know. And that's the saddest part, is the fact that, like, there's things about this out there and nobody knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but if you look at The Big Bang Theory, the guy who plays Sheldon is like. The tea's ready.
¿Por qué me pegas así? ¿Por qué?
Let's do a
¿Por qué
telenovela. Let's do a
¿Por qué
telenovela.
me pegas así? No me gusta eso.
Let's go.
¿Tú
So-
quieres con eso?
Me
Michael.
robaste a mi marido. Ah.
Oh.
Michael, to just take, I guess, to
I can't
just,
believe you just did that right now.
Pégame.
what did I just miss?
Quiero un eso. Con
Pégame.
este también.
No
Tú
te
le pones aquí,
atreverías.
nadie esa foto.
Pégame.
Párate.
Anyway, Michael. Michael.
Yes, you're my co-host. You're my fucking co-host. This is exactly
Michael.
what I need in my life. This is it. I found it. Yay!
We're losing all control we had at one point.
No. It's gone. Get your shit together. We have to go. Okay? We have
Michael, I want you to take a second. And I want you to just inner peace
I need
right
you
now.
to just breathe, okay? And when that yoga teacher tells you how to do that pose, you fucking do it. You do it, okay? And don't make me tell Ariella or Priscilla about where you were last week.
Oh shit. Michael, where were you last week?
With Dahlia in her crib with her two men.
That's right.
There was only 2 men. There was only 2. It was fun, but you know.
Only
whatever.
2, Dahlia? You're kind of like taking a back step here.
No, they're friends. They're homeless, and
I took them in.
What?
Did you
What
just
do you mean they're homeless?
Okay, we need to end the show. That's been a good time. That's been a great time. We're gonna have to wrap.
We're gonna have to wrap it up, guys. Tune in next week when we finish this conversation.
Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you haven't already, you can watch playback.
That is not
Your
what
host,
needs to be the ending
Dahlia
of the show.
Turnbull, and your co-host, Michael Padilla.
Michael Padilla,
With our
bienvenidos.
guest of today,
Alec
Alec
Raebel.
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 This is so confusing.
Raebel.
You guys are saying it so wrong too.
Raebel.
Raebel, yes.
Oh, Alex Raebel.
Alec.
That's right.
I'm
Alec
going to tell you right now, a Spanish-speaking person will not say Raebel.
is Raebel.
That's too bad because that's what it
It is
remains to be.
Raebel. It is not Raebel. It's Raebel.
Raebel.
Raebelito, que te vas a hacer un chico. Yo te sabe que te ambotaré. Este es mi chico.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Thank
Peace,
you.
love, joy, everyone. Enjoy. the
Peace out,
winter.
Joe DiMaggio's and Marilyn Monroe's. You know what time it is. Stay woke or not.
You.